This is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, here on the Voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. And it's time now for another interview segment presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. White Township's Recreation Center and the S&T Bank Arena are humming along at a good clip, especially with all the outdoor events going on and all the baseball games, softball games going on. So we figured it was high time to get in contact once again with our friends over there and see what is going on. And Ryan is here with us today. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Josh.
It's great to have you here on Indiana in the Morning. So, Ryan Shaffer, as the head of the rec department, talk about some of the things that you've been working on over the past couple of weeks. One of the big ones being the new Zamboni, I guess we can call it a Zamboni parade float of some sort or something like that, a parade unit.
Yes. So, as you know, the township, took over control of the ice rink back in 2006. We purchased the building on a grant. When we did, we inherited it's a 1979 Zamboni. It originally was a gas-fired Zamboni and was converted to natural gas. But since we've been in ownership of the building, that machine has just acted as our backup. Mm-hmm. And it just basically sat back in the shadows and really didn't do much. We'd run it occasionally in case our number one machine broke down. But in recent years, we went out and purchased a new machine. It was time for us to replace our 97 that we had. And with that in mind, we started the wheels turning on what can we do with the old 1979. So we decided to turn that into a parade vehicle. So
now I got to tell you, that design of the ice machine, the Zamboni machine, is kind of iconic. So I think it's pretty good that you decided to do that. But essentially, the crews down there at the rec complex kind of gutted this thing from the inside out.
That's correct. And I agree with you. It's very nostalgic, and when you see it, I think someone told me once that Zamboni is the most number one recognized brand in the world. And the second one, I believe, is Coca-Cola.
Wow.
If you can think about that. I don't know if that's true, but I was told that once. But but anyways, we have two maintenance employees by the name of Michael Hicks and Charles Peace, and they are phenomenal when it comes to doing these type projects. They're both kind of old gearheads. And so when we pitched the idea to them, they just took it and ran. Broke the whole machine down, pulled parts off, repainted. They did steel fabrication work, creating the ladders and the floor and the chairs. And the chairs have the chairs up in the snow bin have seat belts on them. And they added you've heard the horns that make the ooga sound. Yeah. So they've done a great job, and we have ideas to add some more things. We'd like to maybe get some outdoor speakers on it. That way we can play thematic music like Ice Ice Baby and things of that nature.
Yeah,
to
stuff that you'd hear at the arena.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's excellent. So, and this was introduced just about, I think, a week or two ago to the public at a special little ceremony in front of S&T Bank. Obviously, S&T Bank has been a great partner with the White Township Rec Complex, buying the naming rights for the arena. Now, how long has this been now?
So we're entering our 16th year with them. We've been a partner with S&T Bank since, I believe, the summer of 2006. So, we just recently signed an extension on the naming rights contract at the ice rink. We can't say enough about the bank. They've been so great to work with and so gracious and supportive of everything we've done and continue to do. And they also have sponsorships in our parks. S&T Bank Field, for example, in the park, bears their name as well. So
let's go ahead and move outdoors then. Let's move to those parks. They've been pretty busy, I would imagine, with all of the baseball and softball games this summer.
Yeah, we've had a great summer. Coming out of the pandemic, you're still kind of worried, how antsy are people going to be. Just this past weekend, we hosted a 10-team travel baseball tournament, and we had teams come in from Buffalo, from Harrisburg, from the Philly area, and a local team actually made the championship and lost I'm told, I didn't see it, but I'm told they lost on a walk-off walk.
Oh.
So it was kind of a heartbreaking thing. It was the Steelworks team, one of the Steelworks teams out of Johnstown that made the championship game.
Yeah.
So, yep.
That's a gutter. That's a gutter of a way to loss, because that hits you right there.
Yeah.
But with everything that goes on, are we back up to the levels that we've seen maybe before the pandemic as far as activity on the fields?
Yeah, to be honest, when it comes to the athletic, structured athletic stuff, yeah, we're back where we were. Little leagues, junior legion. Right now, our booster ball leagues are playing, which is the adult recreational leagues. Over 40 baseball starts here in just a few weeks. I believe there's about 12 teams that now are in over 40 baseball, so you're talking a large swath there. One thing we did see was actually a surge in casual traffic through the pandemic, where more people were showing up to walk their dogs, to just kind of do a hike, stretch their legs.
Yeah.
So it was funny to us because mid morning there could be 40, 50 people in the park. That on top of all the traffic, our new 9-hole disc golf course has been getting. The park feels very busy, even on a Tuesday or Wednesday morning. It always seems like there's activity. So
let's go ahead and talk about this disc golf course. I understand it's 9 holes now, but there are plans to hopefully expand it, right? Yeah,
it's under discussion. We recently created the recreation board. Our recreation footprint just continues to expand. So our elected officials at the township decided to create that body, and we had discussions at our inaugural meeting back in June. Our next meeting's in early August, and that's one of our big topics of business. Is we've had a chance for them to see the course, walk it, and discuss it at length. So there's a good possibility the board might, the Recreation Advisory Board, that is, may make some kind of a recommendation to the supervisors on if they support both disc golf and a potential mountain biking trail system that would also go up on that property.
Being a person who grew up in a residential neighborhood, biking was always a big thing going around. That's how you got around to your friends' houses, but also it was the stuff that you did for fun.
Yep.
So it's good to see that there's going to be something of that ilk going in there, hopefully. And some of the other things going on at White Township Recreation's office. You're still doing the discounted amusement park tickets, which is always a great program.
Yeah, it's something we picked up for years. The Indiana Recreation and Parks did the same thing. We wanted to continue that. It's amazing the discounts. I mean, something like Kennywood, you're getting almost $26 worth of savings on a ticket price. So, I just encourage anyone who's trying to get their families out on the park systems here on the second half of the summer to give us a look, give us a call. We have them up on our website, so you can see the discounted prices. So it's a nice thing we try and provide the community. I mean, we try and be holistic in our recreation and sporting activities, and part of that is offering these in conjunction with PRPS, which is the state association. So.
We're talking with Ryan Shaffer this morning. He is with the White Township Rec Department, and we are here on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. So, Ryan, what's coming up in the fall? Figure skating. I say figure skating. The ice is going to start forming pretty soon, I would imagine.
Yeah, we're under a month. I think the second full week in August, we turn on the machinery, and then we have a 3 or 4 day process there where the crew works, pretty much round the clock, bringing the ice sheet up. And then usually Saturday or Sunday of that weekend, the IUP teams hit the ice for their camp. And then a lot of other things kick off. Stephanie Clark, our skating director, would be starting, learn to skates, intermediate skating. Her figure skating groups would start hitting the ice on freestyle sessions. Our first learn to plays start. The youth associations will start sizing up and doing their preseason camps about the week after that. So it's hard to believe. I mean, we almost look at our summer as when ice starts, our summer season almost comes to an end, and we start to consider it fall, even though it's still in the dead heat of August.
Yeah, probably 90 degrees out there, and you're trying to make ice.
Yes.
All right, but speaking of the hockey programs, obviously the rec center and the rec department and the S&T Bank Arena have been doing a lot with the Little Pens organization, and the fact that they continue to bring their clinics to the S&T Bank Arena just shows how big a program hockey is here in Indiana.
It is. We have a great culture. I remember, there was a group of us that worked with the Penguins, what's it been now, 10 or 12 years ago, that helped kind of guide how that Little Penguins program started. Mm-hmm. And it's been great. That program is an introduction to a lot of parents that may not have looked at hockey, because they have the great sell point of it is you get an entire set of head-to-toe hockey equipment for nothing as part of the admission price.
Yeah.
So it's the Penguins, have done everything they can to kind of remove those barriers to entry.
Definitely. So what's on the immediate horizon now?
We got some things going out at the park. I'd like to mention that we've been very successful with grants through the state DCNR grants.
That's right. They were talking about that during the meeting on Wednesday. And from what I understand, the playground money was coming in for that, for the playground projects.
That's correct. The grant we won, we were awarded it in January. And we're starting to get into the design phase of it now. We're looking at some local design consultants to help us with the planning there. But it's kind of a two-part thing. One is to replace the aging playground equipment that's located by our soccer field complex. We're going to keep some of the items. Like, some of the items are such a hit. Like, there's a zip line up there, and there's some things that the kids really like. So we want to preserve and keep those. But we'd like to, kind of modernize and update some of the other playground equipment. So that's a big piece of the grant. The other piece of the grant is, as a township, we've had a big push at the municipal side to really help with stormwater mitigation. And this grant is going to help out on our sector of that. We'll be collecting rainwater from the roof of the ice rink and pervious surfaces, and we want to create a series of green islands to filter and slow that water. That way it helps with the stormwater plan downstream.
All right. We could go on, I think, for an hour and a half on this, but unfortunately we're just about out of time. If anybody wants more information on the White Township Recreation Center or the S&T Bank Arena, how can they get a hold of you?
So they can always call our number, 724-465-2665. You can go to our website, which is whitetownshiprec.org, or walk through our front doors. Our office hours this time of year are 7 a.m. to about 3:30 p.m.
All right. Ryan, thank you very much for being a part of Indiana in the Morning this morning, and give my best to everybody down there.
Thanks, Josh.
All right, Ryan Shaffer of the White Township Rec Department joining us this morning on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. Our interview presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people.